Hello, everybody. I'm Kaustubh from the University of Pennsylvania. I'm here to talk about our work on the guaranteed conformance of neurosymbolic dynamics models to natural constraints. This work was done in collaboration with Sauradeep, Jim, and Insub. Our motivation is to build neural network dynamics models that conform to natural constraints, such as from physics or medicine. These are particularly important for applications in robotics, personalized medicine, and scientific discovery. Vanilla neural network dynamics models do not readily conform to natural constraints, whereas there are a lot of simulators that exist that are informed by physics and medicine, which are readily available, but they're often black box in nature. Can we combine them both? Our motivation stems from this example where we trained a neural network model on data from the Carla simulator with a car driving around a map. We're testing if this model adheres to Newton's first law. That is, if a car is at rest, and it's given zero control inputs, that's zero throttle and zero steering, would the neural network model predict that the car will continue to remain at rest? Unfortunately, the vanilla and augmented Lagrangian methods do not actually predict that the model will continue to remain at rest. They instead predict a large drift away from the origin, shown in this GIF. They work poorly in practice. Our proposed symbolic wrapper around any deep neural network enforces constraints by construction. It has guarantees and it works well in practice. In the GIF below, within the red circle, you'll notice that our models only drift by a small delta amount, whereas the vanilla and augmented Lagrangian drift very far away from the origin, even though the car is at rest and has zero control inputs. A problem is to learn a neural network dynamics model given a data set of input-output pairs and such that this model conforms to a black box model M up to a value delta. We minimize the mean squared errors subject to the constraint that we're close to this model M up to a value delta. Our key idea takes place in 4 steps. In the first step, we learn memories that capture the input space topology using a growing neural gas. In the second step, we build a partition of the state action space using these memories as centers of Voronoi cells. And in the third step, we, for each Voronoi cell, find a lower and upper bound within which the model M is satisfied. In step 4, we can learn a neural network that's constrained by construction using these lower and upper bounds. Our symbolic wrapper gamma applied around a deep neural architecture F theta maps an input point S to the lower bound of the Voronoi cell it is in, plus the sigmoid of the deep neural architecture's output times the upper bound minus the lower bound. In this way, our neurosymbolic constraint models automatically map every input to a point between the lower and upper bounds where they are guaranteed to conform to the model M. They're guaranteed to satisfy constraints by construction. And our guarantees are that if a vanilla model fits the data well, then our constrained neurosymbolic models would, first of all, satisfy the constraints by construction, and second, have as a trade-off just a minimal increase in their approximation loss. This amount can be reduced even further by increasing the number of memories. We have results on 3 case studies, and I'll talk about 2 in this presentation. The first one is where we analyze the conformance of a car model to the unicycle dynamics, the model M, in this case, which encodes Newton's laws, and we place particular emphasis on the at-rest condition we discussed before. Below, you see 3 plots, the first of approximation loss, the second of constraint loss average, and the third of the maximum constraint loss. You'll notice that our methods for different number of memories have a similar or slightly higher approximation loss, but are orders of magnitude better at constraint satisfaction. They have an order of magnitude lower constraint loss. Qualitatively as well, for different generated trajectories from both the vanilla, augmented Lagrangian, and our models, you'll notice that our models are delta close to the origin and do not drift that much compared to the vanilla and augmented Lagrangian, which is ideal because the car is at rest and is not given any control inputs, and it should not drift. Well, we also analyze the conformance of artificial pancreas models to the constraint that when you increase insulin, glucose values should decrease. Here too, both qualitatively and quantitatively, we see an order of magnitude improvement in constraint loss and a similar approximation loss. In future work, we'd like to improve performance in terms of approximation and constraint laws while reducing the prior knowledge even further. Our code and archive links are given to the site. Thank you.